Hey legends, what an interesting week of footy. My poor old Broncos just can't cop a trick right now, and it kind of encapsulates where I'm at with my team. We just keep going down injured, and that's not good. Now, a bit of an update on me. I'm coming to you from Perth this week, so that's going to make it hard for me to do more of the complicated, more detailed videos that I always like to do. So this one's going to be pretty short and sharp. Just give you a basic update on where the team's at and what we're doing, what we achieved, and what we're thinking. So with all of that in mind, let's get into it. Okay, so here is the team and what we produced this week. So you can see a round 9 score of 824, which is actually not too bad given where it could have gone if some of the players didn't achieve the things that they achieved. So overall, we effectively maintained rank this week. So you can see their overall rank is 38573, and we got a round 9 rank very, very close to that of 38557. I think unfortunately that means we dipped slightly, but having a look at the team, you can see exactly why. And I'll start with my man Jesse Arthurs down here with this incredible 3. Unfortunately, it looks like Jesse Arthurs has broken his jaw, which is just devastating, obviously, for him, and obviously devastating for the Broncos as well. Now, we have to say that there were a number of players that really just didn't fire the way we wanted them to. So Corey Waddell with his 20, Lockie Galvin and his 39, although I can't be too critical of Lockie Galvin. Trey Fuller, absolutely shocking display, but still managed to get 44, which is incredible, to be honest. Paps with his 34, really disappointing for Paps. Obviously, he's got that fractured ankle, which is pretty disappointing for him. He looks set to miss a whole bunch of games again. So fingers crossed for a speedy recovery for Pappenhausen. Hopefully we can see him back on the park in the not too distant future. Brendan Piakura really starts to be a bit of a worry with his 23, and my writing is absolutely atrocious this week. Armstrong and his 26 is also a little bit of a concern, and Finney Fuiaki with Lukey back is a bit of a watch out. Brayley, only the 32, so, a bit of an underperforming week in probably shocking weather is probably the best way to describe that. But, overall, I still actually feel really confident in the team that we're starting to assemble, keeping in mind we've got Nathan Cleary down here on the bench, Sam Hughes was decent, Salmon was decent, and Ethan Strange was also pretty good this week. So a couple of the things we are looking to do is obviously we need to do something regarding Pappenhausen. We need to do something with Jesse Arthurs over here. And I think the important thing for me this week is not to panic or make any stupid trades that don't really consider what's happening in the buy rounds over the next few weeks. So there's a couple of players I really want to target. One of those is John Bateman. The other is Ruben Garrick. And I'm also really conscious that I do need to make sure that we've got really good coverage for the round 13 bye coming up. But not just 13, but we also need to be conscious about what are we doing in round 14 as well. So covering next week isn't too bad because obviously we can move Armstrong down to Paps. And in an ordinary week, we could have moved Strange in for Jesse Arthurs, but I can't do that this week, obviously, because Strange is out on the bye. So what I'm thinking here is I've got to replace Pappenhausen with maybe somebody who has a little bit of flexibility, and a couple of names come to mind. Obviously, you've got Joey Mano, who's always good during that bye coverage period. And the other one is Ruben Garrick. Both of them have the center and wing fullback dual positioning, which is really handy. And I think that could work out really well for us so that we don't have to make too many trades. Right now I'm sitting on 19 and I'm not really keen to use 3 if I can avoid it. At this stage, I'm planning to hold on to Strange through the bye period. Salmon and Hughes are both 50-50 in terms of bye period coverage. Next week, we have Weeks coming back. He's also very interesting to me at the moment. I'm also interested in Moses Suli, so he'll be playing this week. I expect him to drop a bunch of cash this week. Then he goes on the bye, and then he's back just prior to round 13. So what I like about that is that he'll drop a whole bunch of cash, and then he can slot neatly in for someone like Jesse Arthurs, and then does give me really awesome buy coverage. So there's a couple of things that I'm looking at there. We do need to start upgrading some of these players as well. Nathan Cleary sounds like he's back and ready to go, so that's going to give me a really awesome, very powerful halves combination. Harry Grant, we want him to kick on. Ruben Cotter, impressive with his 83. Best score of the season, so I'm hoping he can really start to ramp that up running into State of Origin. Max Plath was okay. Kai Pearce-Paul bounced back. Angus Crichton, oh my God, amazing. We've spoken about Hines, simply phenomenal. We've then got Cleary. Iro looks like he's just going to be the center, locked in for the remainder of the year. Turbo, we've got to do something with, and who knows what Fuller looks like over the next few weeks. So some decisions to make. Overall, look, 824, it's okay, but we need to be doing better than that. We now need to be scoring plus 900s. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's going to start to move these ranks, which is something I am very, very keen to do. So there you go. Look, fantasy is a very funny, fickle kind of game, you know. Over on Supercoach, I'm not putting much attention or effort into it at all. And last week I had a top 2% finish, and this week was a top 4% finish. It's just amazing. Like, you know, you don't put effort in there. It's just a bit of fun. And you kill it, and then over here you do a lot of the analysis and you do deep dives in terms of performance and all that sort of stuff. And then you get all these injuries like poor Jesse Arthurs here, and the results just go downhill really, really quickly. So there you go, guys. Look, that is my team for the week. I hope you guys did really well. I'm seeing some massive scores in our fantasy competition, which is awesome. I see a lot of people jumping on some of the tips that we're pumping out there with regard to some of the players that we gave a shout out to, which is amazing. But overall, I'm happy. We're only at round 9. We've got a long way to go, and a lot of opportunity to deliver some massive scores as we go into this bye round part of the season, which is always very interesting and very exciting if we can make ranks during that particular time of the season. Anyway, guys, look, if you've liked today's video, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, guys, get involved in the conversation via the comment section down below. And I'll see you all in the next video.